Hello everyone. Let's dive into today's topic, where we explore an important idea in geometry: how to find the total of all the inside angles in any polygon. First, let's recall what a polygon is. It's a closed shape made up of straight sides, like triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, and so on. Every polygon has interior angles, the angles you find inside the shape. Our goal is to come up with a general way to figure out the sum of all these interior angles, no matter how many sides the polygon has. But before we tackle that, we need to start with something simpler and very important: the fact that the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is always 180 degrees. Let's take a moment to understand why that's true. Imagine a triangle, and draw a line through one of its vertices that runs parallel to the opposite side. Thanks to a geometric rule called the Alternate Interior Angles Theorem, we can see that the angles at the other two vertices match up with angles next to the first vertex along this new line. That is, angle B equals to angle beta, and angle C equals to angle gamma. Since the angles beta, A, and gamma along a straight line add up to 180 degrees, the three angles of the triangle must also add up to 180 degrees. Once we know this fact about triangles, we can use it to understand polygons with more sides. The trick is to break down any polygon into triangles. For example, take a pentagon. That's a five-sided shape. If you pick one vertex and draw diagonals to the other non-adjacent vertices, you'll split the pentagon into three triangles. Since each triangle has interior angles adding up to 180 degrees, the pentagon's interior angles must add up to 3 times 180 degrees, which is 540 degrees. We can apply this idea to any polygon. If a polygon has n sides, you can always divide it into n-2 triangles by drawing diagonals from one vertex. So, the total sum of the interior angles is n-2 times 180 degrees. Let's check this with a few examples. For a triangle, 3 minus 2 is 1, times 180 gives 180 degrees. For a quadrilateral, 4 minus 2 is 2, times 180 is 360 degrees. A pentagon gives 540 degrees, and a hexagon gives 720 degrees. You can picture this with a heptagon, which has 7 sides. Drawing diagonals from one vertex splits it into 5 triangles, so the total interior angle sum is 5 times 180, or 900 degrees. So, to wrap up, remember this simple formula. For any polygon with n sides, the sum of its interior angles is n-2 times 180 degrees. This is a key idea in geometry that helps us with many types of angle problems and proofs. Thanks for your attention, and I hope this helps make polygons a little easier to understand. Have a great day.